Alright, and the last app is called Remind. And Remind is the one that's blue and it has the white cloud in it. Remind is a tool for communication with students and parents that kind of protects the privacy. It is one that has to have an account, and I would think it's really hard to start this mid-year, but maybe at the beginning of next year you can have parents and students come in, put in email addresses or phone numbers for an easier way to communicate. The thing about this is neither side ever gets any numbers. So what you do is you'd come in, like I could create one for like my tutoring group right now. I could add the students' names in. So like let's add people. I can show them how to join. I can send a link, or I can send invitation from contacts that I already have. So places like this, when your kids, you know their email address because they're going to have an Apple ID, so you could share a link. Send this link out to all of their email addresses. They click on it and they sign up using their telephone number, but you would never see that telephone number. It shows you the chat option. I don't have anybody in it, but I can start a chat. These are people that already have it. You're already using Remind, so I'm sure experts, but see, some people are web-based, some people are mobile-based, but I don't ever actually know what they're using. And then you have a profile that you can show out. But essentially what it is just a way to communicate with your kids that's safe. And especially with the way the world is kind of going now, we need to keep our communication with the kids safe. It keeps the transcript of every conversation. You can immediately share it with the parents. You can send out announcements to whole classes, and you can see when they're read. So you can say, I sent an announcement last night, and they say, well, we didn't get it. Well, all your other classmates got it. You just didn't log on and look. But in that, they can go in and change how notifications. So something I would say is like, if they're using their iPad, always have a push notification on. They can do a text notification. Obviously, we can't on our iPads, but email is probably the best. Have an email notification of whenever you communicate with them. Things like that. I think Remind 101, I've never personally used it, but I've heard wonderful things about it, and I think it's definitely something that should be explored. I know sometimes it's kind of hard with our parents, but that's why if we can get emails, that's even better. Emails typically aren't changing or don't change as much as their phone numbers do. So that is Remind.